Good morning, my name is Darren Lowe. Today we're going to talk breast cancer. Imagine you are sitting in a doctor's office. You arrived at the doctor's office this morning to run a series of tests. Over the weekend, you discovered during your self-examination some lumps in your breast. You're sitting in the doctor's office waiting for the results, and you have a wealth of thoughts running through your brain. You're trying to control the anxiety that you feel within. You're trying not to be afraid. You're hoping for the best, but trying to prepare for the worst. Then you notice the doctor walking down the hallway headed towards you. The first thing that you notice is the grim look on his face. Fear starts to build within. Your anxiety starts to race. As he approaches, the first words he states, "I'm sorry." You immediately sink into the chair. Your eyes swell up with tears. He says the prognosis is not good. Unfortunately, you have breast cancer, and we did not catch it soon enough. What do you do? How will you tell your kids? How will you tell your friends, your family? This is a stark reality that faces 1 in every 8 women. There are 200,000 new cases of breast cancer diagnosed each year. Annually, there's 41,000 deaths as a result of breast cancer. So today we're going to talk about breast cancer. I'm going to talk about a couple of types of breast cancer, some of the symptoms of breast cancer, and what you can do to help find a cure for breast cancer. So the symptoms, the types. There's 2 types that I want to discuss. The first type is the ductal carcinoma. This type starts in the ducts of the breast and works its way outward towards the nipple. It spreads throughout the entire breast. The second type I'd like to discuss is the lobular carcinoma. This starts in the lobules where milk is produced and works its way out over the breast through the milk ducts. It's a fearful thing for a woman to face breast cancer, but it's a very stark reality. So how do they discover they have breast cancer? Let's talk about a few of the symptoms of breast cancer. The most commonly known symptom of breast cancer is the development of a lump in the breast or armpit region. It's usually a hard lump with rough edges. Other ways they discover is they notice a change in the shape, size, or feel of their breast. The problem with the change in the shape, size, or feel is this is a gradual change. It takes them a while to usually notice it, to realize that there's been this change. And unfortunately, that's what too often happens in resulting them finding out too late. Because we are natures of human being. We have a tendency to put off what we think it is. Cancer is not the first thing that pops into their mind when they have a pain or they find a bump on their breast. They immediately write it off as something else. But it's when it remains is when they finally go around to get tested. Some advanced symptoms of breast cancer include skin ulcers, unexplained weight loss, or the breast in itself becomes extremely painful to the touch. So now we've discussed the symptoms, you're asking yourself, what can you do? How can you help breast cancer? Well, there's a couple of ways. The first and easiest is you can contribute money. Donate money to the cure for finding breast cancer. Or, the way I would encourage you and solicit you to do is you can get involved in your community, participate in what is called Relay for Life. Relay for Life was founded in 1985 in Washington State by Gordy Klatt. It's an event that is put on in local communities where teams are formed. They camp out overnight at a designated area, and the team takes turns walking laps, usually around a track or a field. And this goes on overnight. Each team goes out and collects donations, raise funds. They take those funds, give it to the Relay for Life team, who donate it to finding a cure for breast cancer. That's how I would like to see you engage in finding a cure for breast cancer. Relay for Lives are extremely exhilarating. They open up with a survivor's walk. These individuals are those who have had loved ones, friends, or family that have resulted in being diagnosed with cancer or have died from cancer, breast cancer. So, I encourage you to get involved with the Relay for Life. So in conclusion today, we've talked breast cancer. We've talked the types, we've talked the symptoms, and we've talked what you can do. So now I will leave you with, imagine that story I told you at the beginning about sitting in the doctor's office. Imagine that being your mother, your daughter, your sister, your wife. Will you get involved? I challenge you to get involved. Step in and take it on. Thank you.